Trying to work stuff out. So welcome back to the gig with Joel. I'm back outside as you can see, but you don't care about me. You care about this video, about becoming the best rock drummer that you can be. But before you get to the best, you have to start with the basics. And more specifically, especially if you're playing rock drums, you gotta have that heavy foot, heavy right foot. So today we're gonna go over just some basic exercises on your road to mastering rock drumming, specifically geared towards having more power on the right foot. So I bust out one of my books, Syncopation from Ed Reed. Ted Reed, sorry, not Ed Reed, Ted Reed. But this is a great book. So I'm assuming that you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the beginning, it goes through quarter notes, half rest. Sorry, I know half notes, but half resting, and it goes through 8 notes. I'm assuming you can count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we're gonna go past that a little bit if you can. You figure it out. But I kind of want to jump towards page when the lesson get a little, well, I don't want to say spicy earth, just get a little more interesting, specifically with 8th notes and quarter notes. So this is page 30 of lesson 12. So this is just a basic lesson, and you can take it to the mountain and come back and take it to the moon. But pretty much we're gonna keep quarter note, pulse, and a hi-hat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the snare is gonna play 2 and 4. So on page 30 and 31, they have what? 24 4-bar exercises. So you can play it on your hand, 1, 2, number 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. Good. Now, let me see what we're gonna do though. We're gonna, like I said, P4 on the hi-hat, 2 and 4 on the snare, and you're gonna play the exercise on your right foot. 1, 2, ready, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, relax. Try to focus on reading, and if you can, read out loud, read out loud, read out loud. Say the subdivisions out loud, 1 and 2, and it helps you reading. Don't try to internalize it so much. As you play it, as you read it, it will become more internal, but you have to say it. Even for those who can quasi-read, like me. It always helps to read it out loud. So I'm going to play for you number 2 and number 3, and I'll see if you get the gist of it. Number 2. So it's the rhythm. 1, 2, ready, and 2 and 3, 4. 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 That's the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 and 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 3, 4. You get the gist of it. You get the gist of it. So just go through that. Exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see. Are there any kind of funky ones? Because if you play long enough, they all start to sound funky, which is cool. That's the goal of it. For it to start to groove. Let's see number 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 and 2 and 4. Good. Let's look at page 32. That's when it gets really interesting, because on page 32 they have a mixing of all the 24 exercises that were on the previous 2 pages. Remember, of course, if you have a metronome, great. If you don't have one, it doesn't mean not to play. Just keep on playing, even when you don't have a metronome, because some of us are beginners, we don't have a metronome. It doesn't mean that you can't play without a metronome. Just when you get a metronome, play with it. But if you don't have one, still play. Number 48. And by the way, I have a metronome. I'm just not using it right now. I'll just play the first 12 measures. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and You see, it's good. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, here's something extra. Instead of playing chord notes on the hi-hat, you could do 8 notes. 1, and sometimes, of course, it'll overlap with the hi-hat and the kick. So the same 12 measures again with 8 notes on the hi-hat. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 4, 1, and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, and 4 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 3, 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 2 and kind of kicking my butt a little bit. It's been a while, but no excuses. Let's get back to it. So that's the whole idea behind it. Just keep on playing it. Get comfortable. Don't rush. If you have a metronome, just put it on, and eventually it should come to a point where you're actually grooving it. All right. So that's it for the beginning steps to mastering rock drumming, especially for the right foot. Don't forget, be on your way, man. Thanks for joining me at the gate.